Hi guys, this is Mike Harnett from NFE Systems. Welcome to the first video in our series on using BurpSuite. BurpSuite is an intercepting proxy. It's something that we use when we're pen testing a website. It allows us to intercept traffic going to the website and back again. Now, when we're doing this, we want to try and limit the traffic that we're actually looking at to the site we're trying to hack. So, in order to do that, we have to set a scope. Now, within BurpSuite, there's two versions. There's the paid for version, professional version, and there's the community edition. Now, the community edition doesn't allow you to save projects, and it misses some functionality, but it's a pretty good tool. But I'm using the professional version here. So the first thing we want to do is to check the proxy settings. So we go to proxy within Burp, go to options, and we can see that A, yes, it's running, and B, it's running on 127.0.0.1, which is the loopback address, and it's listening on port 8080. So what we need to do is we need to set our browser to make sure it's pointing to that same location. So if we go to Tools, Internet Options, Connections, LAN Settings, make sure User Proxy Server is ticked, 127.0.0.1 and port 8080. So anything at the moment going through from our browser should be going through the BurpSuite. Now, the other thing we want to look at when we first start up is the intercept tab. So by default, it's going to be on. We want to turn it off currently because we don't want to intercept traffic at the moment. So let's go back to our browser. We go to Google. And go to the target tab, go to the sitemap. We'll see at this point we're seeing all the traffic, the various sites, and some of them have links to other sites, so they're all listed on the sitemap. Now, what we're interested in doing is we're interested in looking at the BBC website for this particular case. So if we go to www.bbc.co.uk, click OK. We then see the BBC website pop up in the list, as well as some additional linked sites. So to set the scope to the BBC website, we need to we select https://www.bbc.co.uk, and we want to right click and select add to scope. So we see the scope tabs now highlighted. So if we click on that, we can see yes, enabled. Yep, it's going to bbc.co.uk. That's now in scope. The next thing we want to do is we want to go to the options tab. So we scroll down a little bit, we can see intercept client requests and intercept server responses. So by default, the client requests are ticked, and it's currently set just to looking for certain file extensions. We want to specify as well, and the URL is in target scope, because we're only interested in requests going to BBC and coming back again. So we scroll down a bit. We're also interested at the moment in what the server response coming back is. So we'll tick that box to say yes, we want to enable it, and also URL is in target scope. So at this point, we've got the scope set up. We've set it up to bbc.co.uk. We want to intercept server responses and client requests. So just to confirm that, we'll go to the Google again. Go to www.google.com. If I can actually spell it correctly, there we go, google.com. So we see that goes to Google and back again. It isn't intercepted in any way, shape or form. We go back to proxy, intercept. Now we want to start intercepting traffic. So if we try that again, go to google.com. Hopefully this will just go to Google and we'll come back in without being intercepted. There we go, that's fine. Now if we go to www.bbc https, there we go, we see it's now been intercepted. So at this point we can see the raw data sent. Okay, so get request, it's going to the bbc.co.uk, and it's got all the cookie information that we can modify or change or add to or do whatever we want to. At that point we can obviously got a few tabs. We can look at the parameters that are set, see which ones of those are interesting to us. Look at the general headers, and also any JSON web tokens that we want to look at. We can look at those. So At this point, we could do various things, send it to the repeater tab, send it to the intruder tab. There's a whole host of things we're going to look at in future videos. But as this video is really just learning how to set the scope, what we're going to do is we're going to forward the request. What that's going to do is forward this particular request to the BBC website. And on the way back, we're going to get a response, and hopefully that's going to get picked up because we also ticked server responses to be intercepted. So we click forward on that. There we go. We've got 200 response back. And we can obviously look to see what information we get back from that. Potentially there's information in there about what server it's using, or there's a whole host of stuff we can look at. But that's basically it. If I now forward that, it will go to my browser, and I can see, yep, there you go, the BBC website has come back up again. Any other site I'm going to, it won't intercept it. It will just go straight to the site. So now we're in the situation where we can just intercept traffic that we're interested in. Now, when you go to the Target tab and go to Sitemap, you'll see here that we're still seeing all of the other site information logged. If you want to get rid of that, or at least remove it from the view, we can click up on here and specify Show Only In-Scope Items. Click on that and just click away from the tab, and there we go. So now all we've got now is the BBC website. So it makes it a bit easier to work with. Hopefully that video has been a good introduction on how to set up the scope, and we've got plenty more videos coming through, so if you enjoy it, please tick the like, and if you're interested, please subscribe. Cheers guys, thanks, bye.